Hi Gemini, this is your forecast for the month of March 2017. This is a general reading for Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, or Gemini Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a personal reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com. If you enjoyed February's love readings, then visit my Vimeo site by clicking the link in the description box. For the price of a latte, you can have access to your love reading for your sign, whether you're single, dating, or in a long-term relationship. So, Gemini, the first week of March, you have the Two of Cups. So there's some kind of connection that you're making with another person. Now, this could be a happy union, some kind of close bond, could be a friendship, could be a love partner, could be a mutual exchange, a business deal that you're making. For some of you, maybe you are repairing a friendship or a relationship. Maybe you're ending the hostilities and now you're reconciling. But this could be a week where you enter into some type of contract, agreement. Maybe you even get engaged. Whatever the situation is, you're either strengthening your ties or those ties are diminishing. You're either very much for someone or you're very much against them. So situations this week are going to strengthen how you feel, your loyalty, your devotion, or you're going to be looking at somebody and becoming either suspicious or irritated or annoyed with that connection. In the positive, this is a week where you have good relationships. You feel good about people. There's mutual exchange. Feelings are reciprocated. There's sharing. There's love and respect. But for others of you, this could be a week where you, again, feel that people are working against you, that they're being condescending, that they're patronizing. And you could have a situation where you're in contact with someone and things are going well, and just for whatever reason, things take a wrong turn, and then, it feels very uneasy, that the atmosphere within that connection. And you may look at somebody that was really important to you and feel as if you're questioning why you felt that way. There's some element to this partnership this week that you may be struggling with. There's something, a shadow side to a partnership that maybe gives you a sense of unease. Now, maybe there's something hidden about a situation with your partnership, or something hidden about some aspect of yourself. You may be struggling with the darker side of yourself in connection to this person. Or whatever this is, there's a sense of unease. You feel some kind of fear, or you feel as if the relationship is not quite what it appears to be. So this could be an important week where you actually acknowledge those fears that you have concerning this relationship. Now, the second week you have this Queen of Cups. So this could be a water sign: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. And so it's likely that the partnership is in fact connected to her or him, whoever this is. This is an important card. It holds numerical dignity because it's falling in the second time slot. So this is somebody who, is very receptive. There's a lot of deep feeling, nurturing, sensitivity. This person, of course, is intuitive, maybe creative, emotional, a good listener. This is somebody you feel comfortable with. In fact, this person could be a very important figure in your life. They could hold high significance for you. And in some ways, holds a great deal of sway over your life. They may, this person's influence may influence the way you look at life, and you may change your life in ways in accordance with this person. On the other hand, again, there was this sort of shadow aspect to the partnership, and so you may feel in some way that the relationship is a disruptive force to you. Whatever it is, this is a person who has the power to take your connection in either direction. Sometimes it's harmonious, and sometimes this is somebody that can take you down some roads you really don't want to go to. But if this is a trait for you this week, this is going to be a week where you really want to get a handle on things. You want to gain control of a situation, or perhaps this person, because you feel, again, that this connection is important to your ongoing stability. Now, this may focus in some way on either with regard to you or with regard to this person, self-expression. Maybe there are issues of creativity involved, or where somebody wants to gain recognition or be in the spotlight. They're working on something to gain confidence. Or, again, you could be very irritated by this person because this is somebody who is very self-absorbed, very oblivious. They're caught up in their own emotions, their own situation, and there's very little left over for you. So there could be a lack of sympathy or unreliability or escapism, or somebody who is somewhat confused or indecisive. So those are issues that you may be grappling with in this second week of March. Now, by the third week, there is a sense of victory, a sense of recognition. Now, maybe there was a goal that was, in view, and that goal has been reached, some kind of breakthrough, or feeling as if the effort that you have put in is finally paying off, and some recognition, some acclaim is coming through. There could be some good news. Now, in the negative, this is some self-doubt. There's a lack of confidence, and it probably ties again into that queen and questioning where you're headed, what the direction is, what you're doing. It could be that there was some success that you were hoping for, but it's been delayed or just within your grasp, but somehow it eluded you, and you may feel a sense of failure, some betrayal, or that what you're getting is not measuring up to your expectation. But in the positive, this is going to be a week where you are going to come in contact with people who can help you achieve your goals, your interests, and there could be some unexpected opportunities. So this is a card of victory, and victory by being that team player. So either you're extending your help, your services, your knowledge, your skills, or you are receiving that. So there are going to be some unexpected opportunities for you to be the best that you can be. That means using your leadership, being a friend, cooperating, being loyal, being generous, being optimistic. So again, you're going to come in contact with people of influence that can help you. And so you can accomplish a great deal this week with regard to work or home simply with the help of other people and by you helping other people. Now, for some of you, this success is delayed, or you fail to meet goals simply because you're being resistant. You don't want to get any assistance. You don't want any advice. You don't want any suggestions. You feel like you know all of the answers, and I'm totally going to rely on self, even if somebody is offering something that could give you an improvement. And so obviously, things are going to not move as smoothly or happily, so you're not going to be as pleased with this week unless you're a team player. This could also be about being a little bit arrogant and lording power over other people because you're in a higher up position. But generally, this is a card about success. Now, some of you may be traveling. You've got a lot of appeal, and that's why you're attracting so much notice and recognition. So a lot of charisma, and maybe you know how to manipulate that charisma. Maybe you're exploiting your skills of charm. And maybe this ties into the queen. Maybe the queen is using her charms to get what she wants from you. Whatever it is, it's possible that for some of you, again, the gains may not be what you were hoping for, or they may be delayed or not quite as large as you had expected. Now, by the fourth week, this is another good card. And actually, your cards are very good for the month. So this is about that initial success. So maybe you were seeking some recognition, and now there's this feeling of some sort of completion. You've reached some phase of completion. Maybe you were working on something, some kind of a project, and you've gotten the green light to go ahead. So you're making some progress. Now, for some of you, this may be you want to have this partnership with this queen and solidify things, and maybe there's a celebration of some sort. Maybe you're getting married, maybe you're getting engaged, maybe you're moving in together, maybe you're buying a piece of property together, maybe you're taking a vacation with this person. But this is about success and feeling a sense of fulfillment. So this is going to be a great week for you to either take an opportunity that already exists, or for you to make one where you can wrap up some things or complete situations in such a way that it's a win-win for everybody involved. Everybody that's important to you is getting just as much as you are out of this situation. So something at work, something at home could give you an unexpected opportunity to make some changes that are going to make you feel better, more solid, more secure. In fact, this is one of the most fortunate cards in the deck. So it gives you the power to create the happy ending that you see for yourself. You feel, one of your strengths, Gemini, is the ability to adapt. And so your dexterity in doing so is going to allow you to get along with people who you find to be challenging. And if you were seeking to get to the bottom of something, this is the week where you're going to be able to find the truth about where you stand with something. And that information is going to be very useful to you, because either you're going to prevent some, misfortune or damage, or you're going to be able to backtrack and undo something, and in the process, again, reinforce that peace of mind for yourself. Now, for some of you, there's an element of impulsivity this week. And so you're going to work against yourself by, not looking before you leap. You're going to jump into something. You're going to say the wrong things. You're going to blurt something out. And a general sense of displeasure, no matter what somebody attempts to do for you or what they offer you, you find fault in it. And again, that goes back to the card where, maybe you were not listening to the suggestions or the advice of other people. So in that case, you're going to have to backtrack and rethink a situation, because it puts your security at risk. Somebody may be too self-involved or just totally focused on their own self-interest to recognize what's happening. This could tie back to trying to determine what's fiction and what's reality. In the positive, this is about believing in your dream and trying to manifest that and turning your dreams into reality. So this could be a good period for you for success, for recognition, to regain that confidence about something that you're attempting to achieve. Now, the underlying energy is this Judgment card. So there is a judgment being made. Again, you're trying to make some progress with regard to something. There's some partnership that you formed. You're looking for some recognition, some acclaim, and the initial stages of something, whatever that may be. Again, a project, some endeavor, maybe a purchase, something celebratory. And there's a judgment being made. You could have reached some kind of developmental milestone, and you've reached the end of one phase, and now you're crossing over into the next, and you're assessing where you are. So could be some endings, some changes, or a call to action to do something. Maybe you're going in a new direction. Something new is occurring because of this evaluation. So this could be a month of new opportunities. You go in a new direction. You have a new life, a new career, for whatever reason. Maybe you graduate from something, but something connects to your own self-appraisal and your own self-approval and self-improvement. So you may have contact. Now, this is about judgment, so you may have some connection to the legal system in some way. But this is going to, whatever happens throughout this month, you're going to take stock of where you are. You're going to think about the course that you're traveling and whether it's the road you want to be on, whether something that you've done recently or something that you've said, if that was the right thing for you. Was that the smartest thing? Was that the best thing? And you're going to evaluate that. And for you this month, there are going to be some things that crop up that you probably thought were resolved, and maybe you were even avoiding them, and they're going to come back for you to address. So you're going to be forced to make some decisions, face some truths, face some facts, and some of those are likely to be some things that you would rather not. But you have to keep in mind that no matter what this new information is or these new developments are, they're actually working for you, because again, they're allowing you to find out where you stand so that you can rework a situation and make it better, or unravel something that is a source of a problem for you. So this gives you the opportunity to self-correct and prevent you from making some even bigger mistakes. This is probably going to come about by, again, having an honest exchange with another person so that you can clear up any misunderstandings, any misconceptions, and some of you will be gaining some recognition because of it. Maybe you're getting clear about something or cleared of something. So whatever this is, maybe something that was getting off track, that was headed toward disaster, you may be able to, in fact, turn it around this month. Whatever it is, it's going to require you to be patient, because it's likely to be some time before you actually get to work through all the details. If you're not addressing it, obviously you're not going to be making the progress that you had hoped. So we get back to that Six of Wands, and what we want is delayed, or it's not as great as we had hoped for. So if you're just letting things, these loose threads hang, and you're just hanging in limbo, then you're going to be stuck in limbo. So this is going to be a month where you have a lot of things that you have to attend to. You'll be tying up a lot of loose ends, and it's going to seem at times somewhat monotonous for you. And there are times when you maybe some false starts where you think you're making progress, but then you have to go back to the drawing board. You think you're getting ahead, and then lo and behold, now we have to take 2 steps back. But this is probably because you're not getting it on that first try. There's something that you should be picking up on, and you're skipping and missing over it. Another thing that can work against your progress this month is putting things off, procrastinating, waiting and not confronting something. And maybe you're considering that the situation to be bad luck, but really it's because dragging your heels with something. This is also making good judgments, you know. So the only way to make good judgments is to be somewhat objective and not allow your emotions to get in the way. So deal with the facts this month, and that's going to improve your judgment and, again, keep you from making that wrong choice, the wrong move. And try to be objective this month, because you may be judging other people. You may be blaming other people without really recognizing your input in a situation. So this could be a time where you make a judgment, seek some guidance for a judgment. You may be going within, exploring your own psyche in order to make a judgment and listening to your intuition. Or you may, again, need to seek some advice in order to, you know, move in a particular direction. Now, maybe you're getting that advice from that queen, or maybe you're offering her that advice. Whatever this is going to impact your long-range goals, your destiny, but it's only a small part of the bigger picture. And definitely you'll be making a judgment that has to do with how attached you are to someone or something, or whether that attachment is diminishing. You're also going to be inspired to take something that has been ongoing to the next step, the next level, or you're going to start something new. And in that respect, it's going to unfold quickly for you. Everything, though, is going. The driving force between your decisions will relate to your security, how grounded you feel, how safe you feel, whether you're getting peace of mind out of the situation, whether you feel you belong. And so for you, this is going to be a month where there's going to be an increase in both your material and your domestic activities. So this is going to be a month of exchanges or some kind of transaction, or you're going to be developing and growing an idea or a concept. And the focus is on a partnership, and probably with this Queen of Cups, or if that is just a trait, then you're trying to regain control of a partnership. You're doing some kind of a review. There's an opportunity, a doorway for you to make progress, to gain some recognition of some sort, or to solidify some effort of yours. However, there's no air in this reading, so perhaps something is going on where there's a lack of forethought involved, or maybe things have not been carefully thought through. There's something illogical about a situation, or perhaps there's the area of communication that needs to be addressed in some way. There's also no earth in this reading, so you know there's some type of instability. Now, maybe somebody's trying to build something, you know, their head is in the clouds, and this is somewhat unrealistic. But more than likely, this is something that has just not been completely worked out. Whatever it is hasn't actually taken form yet. So again, you're in the initial stages of trying to create this foundation. So there's some passiveness, some emotional element to this situation. However, there is some burning desire. So even if something is not taking off the way you want, there's still some hope to get it going. And maybe there's enthusiasm for some project or some concept, some idea that has just begun. And yet there's some resistance that you're meeting to that issue, where there's some kind of a slowdown, and maybe there's some emotional resistance, or maybe the environment is just not conducive exactly to what you want to happen. But things are going to move forward. Just expect that resistance. All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would greatly appreciate your support. I look forward to speaking with you next month.